It is essentially chocolate whisper malt.
Can either of you elaborate on exactly what kind of malt it is?
Yes, so it's chocolate.
And they have a guy whispering to the plant as it's growing. It's like, you can do it. Welcome back to Arsenic Culture, where beer don't count, but bad decisions do. I'm Matt.
I'm Jason.
I'm Jordy.
And we're just hanging out. It's good to see you guys. It's been a little while, and Jason, I'm not sure you should be here right now.
Yeah, probably not. I had I got a little adventurous this week.
Yeah.
I went and had Ethiopian food. Didn't get food poisoning, but it has reset my stomach, let's say.
Yeah, your body is basically like, this might as well have been food poisoning.
I feel like I've done 1,000 crunches for the last 2 days in a row. Yeah, and got a great pleasant experience.
Your system's like, you don't have an allergy here, but don't ever fucking do that to us again.
So what do you do when that happens? You start drinking immediately when you feel like,
This is probably going to be great for your system. You got any bacteria in there, this is just going to flush it right out.
Good.
This is
We're
gonna
good.
It's going to kill it. And we got our buddy Jordon with us, who is, this is your first time on, isn't it?
Yeah,
First time officially.
I've been a fan in the back for a while, but
your name has actually come up in multiple episodes and be like, hey, Jordan should be here talking about it. Or Jason would be like, yeah, I had this bourbon and Jordan told me he got green onion on it. Now that's all I get is green onion.
That's why my ears burn on the weekends.
Hey, yeah. Well, thanks for coming down, man. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, any excuse to drink.
Yeah. You are we allowed to talk about your employment and stuff like
go
that?
ahead. Yeah.
Jordan is the main owner over at Country Boy Brewing. Like, everybody works under him, and he actually is the only one that works there. There's nobody else that works there. He's been there for.
That's right.
But business has been around for about 78 years. Is that right?
Yeah.
What do you do over there specifically?
No, I'm a canning line operator there. Yeah. I've been doing that for 8.5 years now, and I was just telling Matt while you were outside for a bit. I've done about 32 million individual cans through there.
That is nuts.
That's just me.
Yeah.
Now they did 1 million, probably a couple million before I got there. So.
Yeah.
That's a crazy number to think about, really.
Yeah.
It's actually it's really cool seeing you work there because you remember, like, I've known you for a long time, and way back in the day, you were like talking to the guys who were there, and you're like, man, y'all should hire me. Yeah. Do you remember those days?
Yeah, it was a long struggle, and I think, a lot of people thought at the time that they were just playing a prank on me.
Really?
How long can we lead this guy on and telling him he's going to work here?
You wanted to work there, though.
Yeah.
It was like, you don't see many like situations like that to where you like want to go to a place and you actually try to go to that place and then you get on at that place. Like, it just really doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's it's been awesome to see the growth, especially like since I've been there, and from where they started, it's been outrageously huge. But for me, I work with a lot of people I consider family and friends.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. A lot of good people over there.
That makes the workday go by easier.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I know when I've been there, visit you stuff after work and stuff, everybody, it is like a family. Everybody's saying hi to me and don't even know me. Oh, you're Jordan's friend, I come on over.
Unless you go to Cherry Avenue, then they don't want you there. They're just like, get the hell out.
That's a little different feeling. They'll
kick you out now. Good time both places.
Is Country Boy the largest brewery out of Lexington now, or is West 6 still got that?
Well,
Country Boy's pretty big now.
When you consider Alltech moved all their brewing operations to Founders in Michigan.
Oh, wow.
I would consider us, Now,
I would think you were.
I don't know how much West 6 is putting out these days. We were pretty head and neck there for a while, but size doesn't matter though when it comes to beer. It's all about quality.
I like that motto myself.
You keep telling yourself that. Well, we've been hanging out. We've already had a few drinks. Beer don't count, so we've only had one. But we've been having some discussions. I like doing the discussions we've been doing.
We're getting a lot of good feedback on our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching too. But a lot of comments coming in, which we like to see. So please keep those coming. Also suggestions. Yeah. You got anything like that? Comment away. We actually did a live last Sunday.
Right.
You weren't in town.
I wasn't
so it was
in
just
town.
me.
Yeah.
And I want to go ahead and thank who in the hell ever was from our channel got on there. There were some wild questions coming in.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I didn't get to
like
watch
how long me and you been dating? I was like, we do. It's a while.
Was it really? I didn't see that.
There were some great ones.
I've never seen it live. How does that work? Is it all posted
it's cool.
on there?
No, he's already got it up. It's not on our channel. It's on his as his tag. Greg. I can't pronounce his last name. It starts with an R. But yeah, we can tag it in the channel.
Okay, we'll tag it in the channel. Yeah, right on.
But it was a good time. So thank you all for commenting the wild off the wall shit. Thank you.
That's pretty awesome. Well, yeah, I like the discussions. They're very organic, but this is like what people talk about, and that's kind of was our thing about this channel. We're going through some weird phases. We're trying to figure out, our direction and like what exactly we want to focus in on. But in the very beginning, this was always intended to just be like a roundtable discussion. That's why we literally started out around a table.
Yeah.
Still got it out there. And then just keeps it very informal, and then keeps everybody looking at each other, talking. I'm glad we got rid of the microphones and the headsets because this feels more organic. You know what I mean? But yeah, we started out. We would just like drink and like talk, shoot
Correct.
shit.
We'd have a few bottles to review and then just go off.
And then we just go off. Yeah.
Topics,
And then we started getting more into like the dedicated like scripting. Mm-hmm. And I think it's just like I want to get back in touch with just like doing the conversations. And a lot of these topics, like we talk about them, and sometimes off camera we'll talk about them for hours, like the whole tipping debate and stuff like that. What are we talking about today?
So today we have what we're excited about this year, and maybe a little bit of next year too. So 2025, 2026 bourbon releases.
Yeah, upcoming stuff. That probably needs to be on your all's radar if it's not already. And if you haven't heard about this stuff, then definitely look into it. Yeah. And honestly, you guys, Jordan here is a huge bourbon guy. Jason's always been big into bourbon. I like bourbon, but I'm going to be the mediator here. And I'm going to let you all take the lead. I'm just going to keep drinking over here.
Yeah, so I did a little research here, and Breaking Bourbon is a website that they have reviews and stuff, and honestly, I don't probably align with their reviews, but they have some information on there. Then they have a calendar of upcoming releases.
Right.
So a lot of this I perused through that, looked at social media too to find out what's coming. I kind of made a list of almost like a top 10 for
Nice.
me.
Okay, right on.
So we're going to start at the top. Okay. This is the most exciting release, I think, this year.
Should you start at the bottom and work your way up?
You know what? Maybe I should. We're going to start at the bottom and work our way up there. Great idea from somebody.
Oh, yeah, that's a splendid idea, Jason. I'm glad you came up with that.
Order.
Yeah. So the first one that I'm kind of excited about is the Woodford Reserve. It is the Chocolate Whisper Redux.
Okay.
So we have one from 2024.
Okay.
And we're going to crack it on this one.
Okay, nice.
So this one is 69.7% alcohol, 138.4 or 139.4.
Okay, that's a hefty
It is essentially Chocolate Whisper Malt.
Chocolate Whisper Malt.
That's what I think it is.
So can either of you elaborate on exactly what kind of malt it is? I've never heard of that.
Yes, so it's chocolate.
And they have a guy whispering to the plant as it's growing. It's like, you can do it. Just grow a little bit more.
I have faith in you.
Just get a little bit more chocolate note in your stalk there.
Well, I mean, to me, chocolate malt and stouts and porters. I mean,
so that's an interesting point. I'm familiar with chocolate malt.
That's what this is.
Which is just going to be like a darker, more roasty kind of...
I would assume whisper just means like a little bit, like a touch, maybe.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. We'll go with that. You know why? Because facts are optional.
That's right. Here. So, started out here in 2019. So, Woodford had a release in their Masters collection, like those bottles, kind of like Willet. If you ever seen the Willet bottles?
Yeah.
They have a similar one of that, and it was the 2019 with the Chocolate Whisper.
Okay.
Chocolate malt, and it was awful.
Was it really?
It was. I don't think anybody liked it.
Did you have that one?
Actually, I haven't had that one because I've stayed away. I've heard how bad it was.
I've never had either because it's so bad the reviews were. I mean, I don't think one person enjoyed it.
Okay.
So this is like the redo, right? So the Redux, they're making it again.
Gotcha. Okay.
Try to make it better. So it's higher proof, 12 years old. This is from 2024.
Okay. Well, it's easy to hide more imperfections when you boost the strength like that.
That's what you say. That's what you think.
That's what you think.
So this is one coming up. It doesn't really have like a release date. It's just coming in 2025. Could be 2026, but
whenever they feel like it.
Exactly. Woodford will be coming back out with this one. This one got a lot of love though. High proof, 12 years old. So we'll see what we think.
I believe that during this release, it's the highest proof product Woodford's ever came out with. I believe.
Yeah. I don't know of a higher one from them.
Woodford doesn't normally get a lot of recognition or like hype, but they got a beautiful campus.
Probably if people come from out of town and want to go to distillery, it's one of the top three I would tell you to go to.
I think
them and Castle and Key.
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
Beautiful.
It is really nice. It's huge too.
How is it?
You know, it's really It's really good. It kind of reminds me of an American single malt, the way that chocolate kind of hits the back end of the finish on this one. Very good. Wow. Kind of like a little bit of a Tootsie Roll on the finish there.
And you talked about, Matt, so with Woodford not getting a lot of hype, I think some of our friends, Anthony and Kenny at the Mashup, they've been there and done some barrel picks, and they'll try Woodford products at barrel strength and love it. And then they water it down to, 90.4 or something like that.
And it changes everything.
Horrible. I mean, it's not even the same product at all.
Yeah. And the way I understand the barrel picks at Woodford, it's not actually a singular barrel.
It is blended.
It's a blend of like three maybe. Yep. And they do that for, I'm assuming, because they only produce so many of their own distillate off the pot still there, and
I get it.
The rest of the stuff probably comes from Old Forester.
Yeah, and I get that being their MO. That's kind of the direction they wanted to go, and that's how they wanted it to be perceived. And that's largely probably why they don't get a lot of hype, because a lot of the nerds, a lot of the enthusiasts like the more distinct aspect.
Yeah, one-offs.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. People love that. People love getting 3 bottles that are the exact same bourbon from different barrels because you can try to pick it apart. That is very much a nerd thing. So.
I think with them they just want that consistency blended.
Exactly.
Master distiller. But the other part of that is honestly I don't think I'd ever pay extra for a single barrel of regular Woodford Reserve. Why would you? If you're blending multiple barrels into it,
not
the same
at this
proof
point,
as everything else.
If they had gone that road,
if it's a real single barrel, then I would do it. But it's not a real single barrel.
And to piggyback off your Woodford kind of tick on this list of upcoming releases, I don't know if it's on your list because I haven't saw your list, but barrel proof single barrel double oak picks are going to be coming out from Woodford this year. That's going to be a part of their single barrel selection program coming up, so that'll be awesome.
I know we brought you on for a reason. Thanks, man. You can go now.
He's got to carry me today, baby. I'm struggling today. Struggle bus.
What do you think of this one, Jason?
I enjoy it. I'm getting a ton. I'm getting the finish right now. I took my last sip maybe over 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm still getting chocolate.
Yeah.
I think Jordon nailed it. Tootsie Roll. It's like a Tootsie Roll just lingering in your mouth there.
I feel like it's a little bit more like cake-like, but it is chocolate through and through. It's got a great body.
It is cake. It's cake like
it's not as strong as I thought it would be. A lot more harsh. But it's not. That goes down pretty smooth.
That is at 139 and change. That's drinks really nice.
That's great. Yeah,
really
fantastic.
Nice. Yeah. So another one I'm looking forward to that actually it looks like on some of these secondary pages appears to have came out today.
Really?
This is the Wild Turkey Master's Keep Beacon.
And you don't have this one yet?
I don't think it's released here yet.
I got a Master's Keep upstairs of yours.
You got the Caribbean rum, I think.
Oh, okay.
So this one, though, is kind of exciting because it's the first time that they've had multiple master distillers or multiple people's signature on the Master's Keep. Now, they did a Generations before.
On the packaging.
Yep, they did Generations with all 3 of them. So Jimmy, Eddie, and Bruce. I don't think that was a Master's Keep. That's the way it's portrayed.
Okay.
So this is the first one of these. So what it is, from Eddie Russell, it's a 16-year-old blend, like barrels of that. And then from Bruce Russell, it's 10-year-old.
Okay.
So that's what they blended. It's going to come in 118 proof, and it's going to be the highest proof Master's Keeps they've ever had.
Yep. I'm actually glad you didn't get a bottle of that because I'm realizing I don't think we could go through 10 pours.
Yeah, we can. Sure.
We probably could.
I've had no food, but we're fine.
You've had food, it just all came back up.
Yeah.
But definitely the alcohol will stay down.
Don't remind me.
Sure, it'll. Let's not talk about that part. Yeah.
My thought on that is, one less signature than the Generations. Is it going to be less money than the Generations?
No. It's going to be $350, which is too much. And I love Wild Turkey. We've heard on the show. Mm-hmm. Honestly, if somebody asks me what's your favorite distillery, they're in the discussion. I think they're probably it for me. I just love a lot of things they do. But
more than Four Roses.
Who's close? But their profile, their pricing is out of control. And I've heard from all accounts, it's not them, it's their parent company. But man, it's kind of crazy.
You're talking about Wild Turkey. You're talking about their higher end stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Wild Turkey's been releasing some of the best whiskey over the past 5 years. It just keeps getting better and better. And honestly, it looks like the proof keeps creeping up each specialty release too.
So when I was down there at Wild Turkey and got to interview Bruce with Anthony and Kenny, he talked about that to us. I don't know if it's on camera or off, but it wasn't like a secret. He was just saying he's very excited for this year and next with all the releases that are coming up and the higher proof points.
Yeah.
Some of the age statements. So I'm very excited for Wild Turkey.
Hell yeah, man. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye. You seen that one yet, Jordan?
Yeah, so from what I understand, I haven't looked too much into it, but it's actually available right now if you do a bottle your own experience at the Heaven Hill Experience. So
wait, say that again now.
You can right now the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Rye is available if you do the bottle your own whiskey experience right now at Heaven Hill.
So you can't actually get. When's the actual official release?
So there's not one yet. But So Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, just a bourbon. They do what, 3 releases a year, the A, B, and C?
Yeah, usually 3, yep.
So they're going to do the same with this one, the Barrel Proof Rye.
But they've never done a rye before.
No, but the first release is the Bottle Your Own.
Gotcha, okay.
So if you schedule up for that tour, I guess there's a separate tour for it. I haven't checked it out.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited about that. We've never had it.
Speaking of rye, we forgot to mention during Woodford's section, Barrel Proof Rye.
Oh, is that okay?
Right. Oh, man.
You got ahead of me. That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Jump in there.
Again, that's why he's got the foresight. He's like, hold on, let's not forget.
From all accounts, from people that's had it,
I hear
they say it's better than the Old Forester President's Choice Rye. So we'll wait and see on that, but I'm pumped to try it.
There's no real details on that one. I looked it up. Can't tell you proof, can't tell you when, but I'm excited for that one too.
Okay, right on. Yeah.
So there's 2 down.
Thanks, Jordan.
So
hey, that's efficiency.
Yeah, another one here. I mean, I'm intrigued by this one. So the Knob Creek 21-year-old coming in at 100 proof. They've released a 15 and 18 so far.
Yeah.
And then this one's a 21. So I'm anxious to see. Oh, the 12 too. But what are your thoughts on that one?
Well, Knob Creek, even back in the day, whenever you could buy a single barrel selection, whenever, 8 years ago when it was $45 for a 15-year-old bottle.
I remember the Festivus pick for the liquor bar. It's a fantastic pick.
They're all good. But you know what about Knob Creek? They're all consistently good. And even the 18-year to me is not over oaked. Some people it probably is, but I think it's still going to be 100 proof.
It is 100 proof. Yep.
But my thing, I know it's higher aged, but I already kind of have an idea what the price might be on that one.
What do you think?
I'm thinking.
You know what it is? Okay.
I don't know for sure, but
He didn't know that I didn't know what it
I'm
was.
thinking it's going to be maybe 200, maybe 250 plus.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because I'm a member of the Jim Beam Barreled and Boxed, the shipping club, whiskey club, whatever.
So you get quarterly shipments, is that what it is?
Yeah, like maybe 3 times a year you'll get like a box shipped. And for the winter shipment, it says it's going to be $350. And one of the bottles is Knob Creek 21, and the other is one of their Distiller Shares bottles, which is a $375, which is usually like between $60 to $80. So I'm expecting this Knob Creek 21 to be pretty expensive, but it is a 21-year-old age bourbon.
Well, it's kind of like their entrance into the market of the Pappy, right? If you think about it, so it's Beam's version of a Pappy 20, Pappy 23, right in there. So I'm anxious to try it.
Yeah,
I'm not the biggest Beam fan, but I have had some really good products from them.
Yeah. I don't think it carries it. Yeah, I don't think it'll carry the same cachet.
I love Beam, but for me, I just don't see how you go from $45 15-year-old single barrel picks of Knob Creek to 200 plus for the 2100 proof.
It's called capitalism.
It is, and
we're going to get that in another episode.
But Beam probably isn't going to say Beam Suntory caused them to raise the price that high. But Beam, along with their higher priced LE edition bottles, they have really great price bottles in the market. Just like every other distillery.
It's like the old Granddad that came out recently, the 7-year-old. I think that's fairly priced, right?
Yeah.
$40.
Yeah, for sure.
I bet you they've been studying the secondary market for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
And they were like, it's finally time to jump in and price accordingly.
That's a discussion for another episode, but I'll touch on it a little bit. I think what's happening, anytime you got shareholders, right?
Yeah.
Those people are like a board. They're expecting returns.
Yeah, of course.
So when those people, information is great, but the wrong information is awful.
Yeah.
So when you go online and look up a price of a bottle, if I were to Google this right now, any bottle, it's probably going to show me the highest possible price anybody in the world would pay,
right,
you're never going to get that.
No.
So if you look
that's sitting somewhere and not being sold.
Yeah, but if you don't know if there's secondary sites or unicorn auctions or whatever, those are probably more of a true barometer.
We had this experience recently with somebody. I won't mention a name or something, but they're like, "Can you move this bottle?" And we're like, "Yeah, we're looking at this number." And they said, "Oh, I looked online and I think I can get to this number." And I was like, "That's not the way it works."
No, that's not the way it works. So again, I think they've overstepped a lot of these places. I think it's going to hurt them, but we'll talk about that in another one. So all right, the next one I'm looking at, my favorites every year. We opened one last year for 100th episode. King of Kentucky.
King of Kentucky. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. So this year it's going to be 17 years old. It's coming out in October. Always a great release. I've never had a bad version of that one.
Oh, yeah, man.
So I'm hoping we can get a bottle of that one this year. We'll see. We'll pull all of our connects.
We'll wait for our 200th episode, maybe?
Yeah, it actually might time out.
We might do it at the same time.
Yeah, maybe you can win that total wine lottery.
Yeah, I bet. The one we didn't even get an email back on.
You got to join their membership club and rewards program by spending money, guys.
Shit, I'm the top tier. Don't get
Shout out Liquor Barn.
Yeah, Liquor Barn is much better than Total Wine. I'll just go ahead and say it. Every day, all day.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, my number one, and I'll give some honorable mentions if you like, but number one is Buffalo Trace Antique Collection.
Okay.
It is the E.H. Taylor Bottled in Bond. The first time they're doing that.
Nice.
So, it's going to have an older age statement we anticipate. There's no details on what that's going to be. But the last time they had a new bottle in the BTAC collection was 2006, and that was Handy. So this is going to be a new addition to it.
I didn't even know that. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really good.
Or if you got,
very excited.
Or if you got more money to blow, you can buy the new E.H. Taylor Distillers Council. It's $1,200. It's 100 proof, and
is that it?
It comes in a crystal decanter. But I've heard it's good.
Which that crystal bottle is at least $1,000.
How much was it?
So.
I think $1,200.
That's not bad for a crystal. If you like the crystal decanter,
I know. We'll all three go in, and then we'll need to get a GoFundMe.
4 ounces each.
Yeah.
So I know another one here, just a little honorable mentions. I know Jordan's excited for this one. Booker's The Reserve. Coming out in October. So this one's going to come in at 127.8 proof. It's going to be, I think it's 8 years. They had it wrong on the website, though. It said 8 years, 12 months.
A lot of times
2 days.
8 years, 12 months?
That's not right.
Well, so a lot of times on the label approvals, those are all placeholders.
Okay.
Because they don't know what the final is going to be because they haven't pulled it out of the barrels yet. Right. But, I was telling Jason on the way over here, I was like, I swear I heard somewhere. I wasn't excited about this at first because it's finished in tequila barrels. But I did hear somebody say these tequila barrels once were Booker's rye barrels.
Which is a crazy high, expensive bottle. A lot of people love that one.
Now they've made their way back to Beam and they finish this batch of Booker's Reserve.
So that's cool, but don't you think a lot of that character is going to be stripped out by that point?
Yeah, but I'd rather have that than just a tequila barrel.
Oh, yeah, right. I would, but I mean a third.
But it's also like Goose Island talking beer. You're going to age it in Pappy Van Winkle barrels. Does that make a difference? I don't know.
I don't
Probably
know.
Not.
Exactly,
but it's a cool story.
At this point,
that could all be use. That could all be made up, and Jim Beam, if you decide to do that, is my idea.
Yeah, and we will accept all royalties at Arsenic Culture. Yes. You can check out our socials and just send the money straight to my bank account.
So that's probably the main ones there. I mean, a couple more, just the Maker's Mark Celery. I'm interested to try it. Four Roses Small Batch Limited Edition. I haven't been impressed with those in the last 5 years, and I'm a big Four Roses guy.
Yeah.
I'll still try it if I can get a hands on one.
You definitely sold me on that one right there.
Yeah, right? the Four Roses guys like, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Parker's Heritage from Heaven Hills coming out in September. Okay. It's gonna be a corn whiskey mainly blend, right? 11-year corn whiskey, and then some other ones that have 2 grains, just rye and malt.
I think people might look too much into, it's a corn whiskey blend, but I've had some really good corn whiskey. Yeah. Like, I have that...
Which one? JT Mellick?
Hardin's Creek Yeah.
From Bean.
Yeah. So I have that Hardin's Creek corn whiskey, 11-year-old that I bought, and
it's good.
I've really grown to love that one. Yeah. It's good, and then of course mellow corn, banger for the
for
price.
The money. Yeah.
But bourbon whiskey is meant to be sweet.
Yep.
So
I agree.
Corn whiskey.
I think when I hear corn whiskey though, I think young. Just in my mind, I think like moonshine, but it's not right. I think you can age it out, right?
That's predisposition.
I think we're going to see a lot of ultra aged corn whiskey come out.
We're going to see a lot of ultra aged everything.
But
that's another story.
Yeah. Well, let's get to these other stories.
Yeah.
Guys. Well,
wait, I have one more.
Joe.
I have one more, and it's the Penelope Estate Collection.
Oh, really?
And it's going to be. They released for the first time last year, and they're releasing the second batch at the beginning of September.
Okay.
And this year's is going to include an 11-year-old French oak bourbon. You got a 10-year-old Private Select this year compared to 9 from last year. And then I saw some label approvals for like a 13-year-old rye whiskey. But overall, there's 5 or 6 different bottles they're going to release in the estate collection. And if you know anything about Penelope, they're owned by MGP. And I love well-aged MGP bourbon. And the ryes are great too, classic. But I love well-aged MGP bourbon. And I'm excited about the Penelope Estate releases.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I'm excited about all of them.
Right on.
If somebody wants to give us any of those, you can.
A lot of stuff to look forward to, guys. If you got any other recommendations, throw them down in the comments, and we will drink them. Or we'll check them out and see if they're any good. If you like this, then please share it. For more Arsenic Culture, and check us out on all the socials. We're at Arsenic Culture.
Like and subscribe on YouTube.
And we'll see you on the next one.